Hi everyone, so this is a nail art tutorial video on this look here. I've called this look leather and lace because of the colours that I've chosen. If you'd like to see how I created this look, please keep watching. So for this look you're going to need a few things. First is a base coat of your choice. I've chosen OPI acrylic nail base coat because I have acrylic nails at the moment. The next step is to choose a textured polish, a sandy kind of either liquid sands polish finish from OPI or sugar coat. There are many brands that do textured finishes these days, but I prefer the Sally Hansen sugar coat polishes. I've gone for a black because I want the more leather type look, but you could do a pink with black lace or a blue with black lace. Even a white with a black lace looks nice. It's up to you. But just make sure it's a textured finish to get the results that I've got here. I've gone with Sally Hansen Sugar Coat in Licorice, number 800. The next colour is a base colour that's a smooth, standard nail polish finish that matches the colour of your textured finish, or as close to as possible. I've chosen Sally Hansen Extreme Wear in Blackout. Next is the colour of your lace. I've gone with a white lace, so I've chosen Sally Hansen Extreme Wear in White On. You're going to need a piece of scrap paper or plastic, something that you can put your nail polish on that you don't mind getting dirty or damaged. And then finally, you're going to need dotting tools or toothpicks and bobby pins, depending on your desired lace pattern. I'm going to need 3 sizes for the look that I've achieved. I'm choosing a really small dotting tool and one that's slightly larger, and then one that's slightly larger again. But you can use the ends of a toothpick or a bobby pin to achieve the same look. The first step is to apply your base coat that you've chosen. Wait for that to dry and then move on to the next step. Next, you want to choose the nails that you want the lace accents on. I've chosen my thumb and my middle finger. The rest of the fingers, apply a coat or 2, depending on how many you need, of your textured base colour. I've gone with the Sally Hansen Sugar Coat, and I've painted each of the nails that doesn't have the lace accent a complete coat. This is one coat, and it's quite opaque. The next step, on the nails that are going to have the lace accent, you need to decide on where you want to place the lace. I've gone with a diagonal look that covers half the nail. You could do just the tips or just the base or even up on one side. The pattern and the choice of placement is up to you. For this look though, I've chosen half of my nail going up the centre diagonally. Get your texturized base coat and paint the area where the lace is not going to be. So in my case, I've painted the texturized polish on this lower side of my nail. Wait for that to dry and then move on to the next step. The next step is to get the colour that matches your texturized base colour. You want to paint this on the section that's going to be underneath the lace. If you were to paint the lace over the textured finish, it wouldn't look as smooth and it would start to bleed into each other and just not look as nice. So with the colour that's a standard nail polish finish, just paint the other side of the nail where the lace is going to be applied. Wait for that to dry completely before moving on to the next step. The next step is to get the colour of your lace and dab a small amount onto a piece of scrap paper, plastic, cardboard, whatever you've got that you don't mind getting damaged or dirty. If you are going for a similar look to myself, you're going to need to start with the second smallest dotting tool. Get some on the end of the dotting tool and draw a line down diagonally to follow where the texturized polish meets the standard polish. Each dot needs to be next to each other, just slightly touching, but try not to overlap them. For the next step, I'm using the same size dotting tool and I'll be creating 3 loops. 2 will be half loops, the other will be a full loop in the center, and you'll see as I go along. Make sure to get a new little blotch of polish onto the paper because the polish can get clumpy and then you'll start to get stringiness, and with the black and the white it's going to stand out. So once you've got the new patch of white that you can use, get some on the end of the dotting tool and start with the half loop at the base of the nail. Choose the position and start to work in an arch like so. Next, you want to mimic that shape but do a complete loop in the center. So with your dots, you could do about 2 or 3 dots at a time depending on the nail polish consistency, also the humidity of where you are. Try not to have the dots overlap too much. And then you want to work on your last half loop. For the next step, I'm going to create loops that are slightly taller than the ones that we've just done. So get another dot of the white using the same size dotting tool, which is the second smallest. Get some on the end. Starting from the center where the 2 loops meet, draw a dot and then work your way up slightly higher than the last loop. Now for the next step, I'm getting my largest dotting tool, applying another small dot of the white polish onto the card, and then getting some on the end. I'm going to create 3 large dots in the center of the bottom loop. So in the very middle, you want to create a larger dot, like so. And then if you have room in the other loops, apply a dot in those also. The next step is to get the smallest of the dotting tools and another drop of polish. And what you're going to do is fill the space above each row of the medium-sized dots and then around the large dot in the center of the lower arch. And that's the finished look. Of course, you can do any lace design that you'd like, but this will just give you an idea of the kind of looks that you can do. Have fun playing around with different designs, and if you do try to recreate this look, tweet me your picture or tag me on Instagram. I'd love to see what they turned out like. If you do want to apply a top coat, make sure that you only apply it on top of the lace section and not over the top of any of your texturized nail polishes, because you'll lose the finish that it gives. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Please leave me any comments or questions that you may have below, and I'll see you in my next one.